Welcome back, everybody. This is Dan. I'm excited to share another CXOism with you. This is actually one of mine, something that I've seen over the years as I've studied and worked with, collaborated, mentored with the best leaders around the world in our profession. And what I've seen is that the best leaders in our space do not get distracted by the bright, shiny object. They take a different path. So when Yogi Berra talks about when you come to a fork in the road, take it. I think that's a lot of how people feel today. And so the best leaders come to that fork in the road and they say, I'm not going to go down that bright, shiny object path because I know that's not going to get me to where I need to be. But what they do, what's interesting is the best leaders follow what I call the 7 C's of great leadership. And as you study leaders like I do, as you look to learn from the best, just pay attention to these 7 C's and let me know what you think. So the 7 C's are what? The first one is customer, right? The customer in the middle. The best companies are laser focused on their customers. The best leaders know who their customer is externally. And so it's outside in. They also know who their key clients, stakeholders are inside as well. So they're laser focused on their customer. If you follow the great James Dallas, a good friend of mine, he's a former CIO, award-winning CIO, now doing board work. And he says nothing gets the attention of the board like a customer story. So number 1 C of the 7 is customer. Number 2, it's all about culture, right? The best leaders focus on building world-class culture. They focus on building a learning culture. Satya Nadella has done that at Microsoft, shifting them from a know-it-all culture to a learn-it-all culture. And the results speak for themselves. Also, building that culture of innovation, building that culture of stickiness, employee engagement. How do we keep people here that want to be here? So culture is number 2. Cultivate. Cultivate is all about the people stuff. Knowing, growing, engaging, retaining, and attracting the best people. So I don't care if you're leading an IT team or a sports team or a church team, whatever it is, this is a big deal. The people side of it, knowing and growing our people. The fourth one is all around courage. And I will preface this by saying this industry is not faint of heart. Being a leader today in our industry, never been a better time. We have so much opportunity, but it does take courage. Every day, we've got to make hard calls. Every day, we've got to have hard conversations. Winston Churchill, one of my favorite quotes from Churchill is, courage is knowing when to stand up and speak. Courage is also knowing when to sit down and listen. And I think about that a lot. Do we give other people the opportunity to take the shot, to speak, to be in front of the board, things like that. So think about Churchill when it comes to this whole idea of courage. Number 5, change. Think about the amount of change that's taking place today. Think about how fast, how accelerating change is today. It's not going to get easier, folks. It's going to get more complicated. It's going to get more complex. We live in a VUCA world, right? Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. So change is going to be coming. And so how do we build that muscle of change so that we not only can lead change, initiate change, but sustain change? And also, how do we take people on the journey with us? If you'll notice that a lot of these C's relate to each other and reinforce each other. And I find, as I said before, the best leaders put people inside that new cathedral before the first brick is laid. They communicate that vision. They take people on that change journey. They get them excited to go on the journey, even though it's unknowns and kind of maybe scary and who knows how it's going to happen, how it's going to come together, how we're going to pull it off. So that's the number 5. Number 6, communicate. And we all know may not be our superpower in our profession, but we've got to be better at it, right? Our ability to communicate the art of the possible, our ability to sell the vision has not been our strength, but it's a real key differentiator in any leadership role today. So our ability to communicate, and nonverbal, huge. Only 7% of communication are the words themselves. So all the other stuff, body language, tone, inflection, all these things are part of your communication brand. Number 7, the last C, it's all about collaboration. If you think about collaboration today, it's on many levels, right? It's collaborating on my team. It's collaborating across teams. It's collaborating across different functions inside the company. More and more today, our ability to collaborate with entire ecosystems, partners, even competitors, outside contractors, and so forth. So collaboration is huge. So think about those 7 C's. And when you get to that fork in the road, don't ask the Yogi Berra question. Don't just don't take it. Ignore, bypass that bright, shiny object. It pulls us. I know it pulls you. I know you want to go down that path. That will not get you to where you want to be. Go down the path of the 7 C's. Wish you great luck with that and look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks so much for watching this video. My name is Ryan Becker, and I'm the producer of this series as well as the Tech Whisperers podcast, where we unpack the playbooks of the best digital leaders in order to bring you the expert insights you need to grow in your career. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you think of the expert advice that was shared. And if you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel or check out the Tech Whisperers podcast on any major podcasting platform, as well as right here on our channel. Thanks so much again for watching, and we'll see you next week.